Third phase of moon. Third.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name's Blake Cousins, and we're here in Waipio Valley, otherwise known as the Valley of the Kings. We're going over incredible videos submitted to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Let's get to it right now. The Ciola Winter YouTube channel submitted this incredible video from the International Space Station. We sped this video up. It's 7 minutes, but we cut it down to a minute. You decide, what is this object tracking and stalking the International Space Station? You decide. While earlier this month shooting on the Big Island of Hawaii, a local native came up to us and wanted to share his incredible UFO story. So we did an impromptu video. Here it is.
Name is Dante Del Rosario, born and raised in Kuli'o'o Valley, Honolulu, Hawaii. First sighting in Hilo, right there in the industrial area by Jimmy's Radiator. Me and my friend were just noticing how much helicopters been flying around lately. And it was about 6 in the evening, and all of a sudden we seen this flash of light just go down in the horizon really fast, and it just shot up straight up in the air and it disappeared. For the longest time I've been a skeptic on UFOs and stuff, but you know, I believe there is something out there that's just watching us as somebody smarter, more intelligent than us, just hoping that we don't mess things up, plain and simple.
Now let's go over this video that we found on Facebook via our friends. We found it very intriguing right here at Third Phase of Moon. We believe you'll find it intriguing as well. The mystery behind Ed continues. Broad daylight footage shot on VHS in the 1990s. Take a look. We wanted to thank everybody from around the world who submits their incredible videos to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be who we are, the world's largest YouTube channel in regards to the UFO phenomenon. So if you capture anything amazing, submit it to us via Skype, Facebook, Twitter, and we'll be checking out your incredible videos. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time. All right, we're here going up the world's steepest road in the United States of America. And let me tell you, it's a hairball situation. I'm gonna put it into third gear and we're gonna take this all the way. Like I said, world's steepest road in the state of the United States of America. Here we go, let's gun it. Everybody hang on now. Okay. Now this is about almost, I'd say it's 60% incline right there, and we just hurdled it. Now look at this. We're in four-wheel drive lockdown in our Wrangler, and it's pretty much handling it quite well. Everybody, thanks for joining us here at Third Phase of Moon, and if it wasn't for you watching the skies, submitting your incredible videos, wow, we wouldn't be here like I was just saying earlier. Everybody, take care. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time.
This is Blake Cousins, founder of Third Phase of Moon. Welcome to the show, Blake.
Hey, thanks, Dr. J. Great roundtable tonight. I wanted to get to, we're working on something special, something incredible. It's DARPA. What's DARPA up to? We at Third Phase of Moon want to find out what's going on at the Defense Advanced Research Project agency. DARPA's up to something big. They've been doing this since 1958. Their headquarters are in Arlington, Virginia, and they have 240 employees, and they have $1 billion budget. These aircraft that DARPA's using and building from reverse Elling technology, it's something incredible, something that needs to be investigated. We're looking for people that are on the inside of DARPA. There's only 240 employees. What's the turnover rate over there? Somebody has had to been fired from there or want to speak out. We're looking for DARPA employees that want to talk and share what's going on over there, because something's going on. These aircraft are something straight out of a Star Trek movie, but they don't look like UFOs. UFOs and these other videos that we get right here at Third Phase Moon, they're unconventional. DARPA keeps it conventional, but still there's that edge. Is anybody on the... What do you think about
I've
that?
actually worked on a few DARPA projects, and usually they're cutting edge. The stuff that I was doing was semiconductor stuff. Typically, always trying to push the envelope, and that's typical of DARPA projects. Is they're always trying to push the envelope of whatever particular technology. So
DARPA, I think what they're doing is reverse engineering. Obviously, I think it's a given. Obviously, we've had craft since at least 1936. Hitler had. We've had them since 1942, the Cape Girardeau incident in Missouri, unless you want to go back to the 1896 case in Aurora, Texas. But obviously, to say that we have had ET craft and have not reverse engineered them would be very stupid.
Well, that's, if you want to look for the ET connection, if you look at Corso's book, The Day After Roswell, he says that the technologies that were released were semiconductors, night vision, and lasers. Right, exactly. There's a trifecta.
Kevlar,
right there.
Kevlar too.
Well, Kevlar, yeah, but from my standpoint, I happened to be in the optics industry, which dealt with semiconductors, lasers, and night vision. So that was kind of,
And he seeded that technology into what we're using
and
right
DARPA,
now.
of course, feeds it. They basically do they fund the high tech, the state of the art stuff, and then that all filters down.
Mr. Kelly, let me ask you. So you say yourself you worked on the DARPA project?
I worked on, when I was in the optics industry, making parts for photolithography systems and stuff like that, microphotolithography, semiconductors, servicing the semiconductor industry. Several projects that came through there over the years were DARPA, but typically, I can tell you exactly what they were. They had to do with printing the mask of the semiconductors. In other words, the master patterns for the photo masks. And
let me ask you, Mr. Lee, thanks for coming back on Third Phase Moon. There was a lot of comments on the Illuminati came forward, and you gave a lot of information. People were really interested in your insight. But when the annual budget claimed by Wikipedia is that it's $1 billion and there's only 240 employees, that's accurate?
Blake, let me jump in for that. I got to tell you, is obviously what's written as the budget is not the real budget. And I know this for a fact because this SEAL, who's not into conspiracies or anything at all, he was just a normal Navy SEAL who was in Vietnam from 66 to 69. And then he did 2 mercenary missions. And he said every single mission during the SEALs and the mercenaries after came from the CIA. Well, both mercenary missions were to guard giant cargo ships full of coke, 2 coming to the U.S., one from Peru, one from Colombia.
But that's not DARPA, John.
But that's black ops.
A lot of people...
That's funding black ops, though.
Well, see, but that's another thing. I was involved in that, too. But the DARPA thing is different. DARPA really does go out to industry in the form of grants and contracts to make advanced stuff and assemble advanced stuff. And so it's very much a technical construction arm of the, and if you will, a de-engineering farm too, no doubt. Certainly, obviously, they were de-engineering equipment, and that's why they were able to direct this. They knew what to build. They could write these specifications, advanced specifications, because they knew what direction they were trying to head with this stuff. So, but
well, You know, that's exactly, you hit it right on the button, because in 1958 they originally established DARPA as their original mission to prevent surprise, like a launch from a Sputnik, or Soviets had beaten us to the States, but now they're also creating this to surprise our enemies. And this keeps changing. They actually changed their name from ARPA to DARPA. When you were working there, was it ARPA or DARPA?
Okay, well, that's what you're talking about. That's the predecessor to the internet, where they had the ARPANET and the DARPANET. But gosh, what was I going to say? The thing about this, it's a little bit different. You know, the technology stuff. I'm sorry, I kind of.
Well, Maxwell on DARPA. Maxwell, I want to ask you on DARPA and also HARP, because you mentioned about the ley lines of the Earth, and there seems to be a natural energy why there's cities at certain places, and 33 degrees and all the rest of that. I know you know about that kind of stuff. So what's your take on both DARPA and HARP and the ley lines? Go ahead.
John Bearden and Dr. Bob Beck were talking about ELF, the extreme low frequency, and the woodpecker effect coming out of Russia. Woodpecker is still, I guess, in operation. You hear it on shortwave. And so the whole concept of using frequencies and high technology, what they call over the horizon radar, to create earthquakes, to create hurricanes and volcanoes down, I don't know. There's all kinds of high technology that's been known for many years, and Tesla was doing that kind of stuff a long time ago. And so the guy you really want to listen to on that kind of stuff is Colonel Tom Bearden. You can find him on the web and just listen to some of the stuff he's talking about DARPA, but he's talking about the occult and heavy-duty stuff that this government and other governments around the world are actually doing. And I would throw in something that you might want to look up. It's called the woodpecker. A lot of people may not know what I'm talking about, but it's a very interesting subject. Just look up woodpecker effect, and you will see that both Russia and America have been using this kind of high technology, ELF, extreme low frequency, to cause people to go crazy, causing people to get angry, causing people to become confused electrically. So all of this stuff has been known. I mean, I'm sure it was enforced as far back as maybe the 40s and 50s, but it started to come out in the 70s. This high technology using electronics to confuse people, to cause strange cloud formations, and of course that brings in HARP. So all of this stuff is very legitimate. It's very, very real, but there's a lot of good stuff out there now, a lot of good information on it now that wasn't there back in the 70s when we were originally talking about it.
Look into Bob Beck, guys.
Yeah.
Congress sent Bob Beck to Russia to investigate the woodpecker, and he basically smuggled some gear in there that allowed him to analyze the frequency and figure out what was going on.
And he was a dear friend of mine for many, many years.
Yeah. He was a friend of mine too, George.
Yeah.
He used to hang out at my shop and buy lasers for me to use as pointers at his lectures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved him. He was a wonderful, wonderful man.
He always wanted the most powerful laser. Had to be twice as powerful as what anybody else had.
They keep changing their story and their name. If you've worked for ARPA or DARPA, we'd like to interview you on Third Phase of the Moon and find out what's going on behind the scenes. Everybody keep your eyes in the sky, and if you captured anything amazing, send it to Third Phase of the Moon via Skype or Facebook. My name's Blake Cousins. We'll see you.
Wow, look at it light that up. Wow.
Welcome back to Third Phase of the Moon. My name's Blake Cousins, and we're going over breaking news that we just released on YouTube. Third Phase of the Moon. We're just about to hit 100 million views on our YouTube channel alone. Everybody subscribe to get the latest breaking news about UFOs from around the world. I just wanted to go over an incredible video just in tonight. We're going to discuss it with Dr. J. Andy Elias and former FBI agent Ben Hansen.
went over this video that we're looking at right now. Incredible footage captured from within a plane of what looks to be mysterious lights below. Dr. J, I wanted to get your opinion first of what you thought of this video just into third phase.
You know, I honestly, the genuineness of the people on board that were witnessing this craft of the person recording, clearly you could tell because it's a vertical thing, a vertical shot. It's from an iPhone, but obviously, as Ben Hansen said earlier, you know, they could have won an Academy Award. They definitely saw something out there. I don't think it's CGI. It's definitely in the air.
Well, the first thing that I noticed with this is it caught my attention that the light was moving a little bit. It didn't look like it was in conjunction with the camera shake, and I thought, well, this could be CGI, computer generated imaging that is showing what we call an error in tracking. It's when you animate something, you have to anchor it to the rest of the objects or the background in the film. And I was thinking that this object wasn't tracking correctly at first. But the more I looked at this, I realized this didn't appear to be the issue. In fact, it looks as if the light and the way that it wobbles a tiny bit in the first of the 3 videos probably is only due to something we call shutter roll. This is a rolling shutter effect with the CMOS sensors in a lot of cameras. And what ends up happening is sort of a blurring effect, or it looks like the image is wobbling. So the reactions of the people seem pretty genuine to me. It actually take a pretty professional job to fake reactions like this that are so spontaneous. They seem appropriate with the background of the chatter and everything you're hearing on the plane. It wasn't over dramatized. They didn't act as if they were reading from a script. It sounded very legitimate and real to me. So my opinion is that whatever's captured in this video most likely is happening in camera.
It's going towards it. Whoa! Oh man, look at that! Do you see that?
Yeah, we're looking at the videos, and now we're about to enhance it and zoom it in about 2,000% and put some brightness contrast to this, so we could even get a better look at these videos that came in. And there's some new information about what was going on in regards to this, and we can all hear people's reactions in real time. This is something incredible, but they were on their way from a business trip from Vegas to Chicago, and they're thinking this is closer to Vegas. So, and it was shot in what was it, March or May 9th, 2013. So there's old UFO videos out there. He said he couldn't share it with Third Phase of Moon because he had a hard time editing these 3 clips together and zooming in on the UFO. And that's what we do here. What we do here at Third Phase of Moon is analyze these videos. What do you think of looking at the trifecta, John? Like, you see it from one light and then it transforms into a triangle formation.
You know, that's definitely not the first of a UFO doing that. As people have seen, and many times they will see one light all of a sudden turn into 3 or 5. They will see one ball or even a cylinder turn into a triangle. So it's not uncommon that they are actually shape-shifting. The other possibility is that they were seeing it as it's coming in through one dimension, possibly as one light, and then as it got closer it turned into 3. Or the other option is it really was 3 objects that came in together, because there are cases in the past, Blake, that did have multiple UFOs stacked together that came forward and then released to multiple.
Wow, look at it light that up. Wow.
It appears to be maybe a half an hour of time. We're looking at something where the sun is probably just set beforehand. In the third video, it's actually quite dark. I wouldn't be surprised if this happened over about a half an hour. In the last videos, though, what you'll see is part of the reflection of the inside of the plane. So the other passengers, you're kind of seeing them, you know, backlit and reflecting. So there is some of that. But the object and the light is consistent throughout all the 3 videos. That there's something illuminated makes me believe that this is actually happening down beneath and outside of the plane, not an artifact of camera reflection or something inside. Plus you have the witnesses who are corroborating. We're led to believe probably someone in the row behind them or in front of them is also seeing the same thing, which, you know, angles of camera flares and things like that just wouldn't match up. Weather phenomena, I don't think so. The only thing I could think of, it was a pretty clear day. It didn't look like there was much haze at all. And I don't think that anything such as ball lightning or a weather phenomenon that would be very rare, you know, would continue, especially for such a great amount of time as what we're seeing over several minutes. And for this thing to kind of undulate, it looks like a snake with a trail of light following behind it, which is very, very strange. So it's a great video. It really is. To me, I'm going to have to put this in the box of I have no clue. This doesn't fit typical UFO description of solid object, of triangular object. It doesn't even fit the description of light anomalies that we're familiar with.
For everybody out there who was on that flight, contact Third Phase of Moon. Whether you were a witness that just heard people saying they saw something, or you were one of the people actually looking out the window, contact Blake Cousins in Third Phase of Moon.
Thank you, John, and thank you, Ben, for joining us right here, going over this incredible breaking news. Everybody look at the videos. We've contrasted it, again, zoomed in, listened to the reactions, and if anybody has old footage, you know, whether it goes back to the 60s, Super 8, high VHS, Super VHS, we want to go over it, look at it, zoom in on it, because I know there's an archive of UFOs still waiting to be seen and shared to the world. Everybody keep your eyes on the skies. My name is Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.
Wow, look at it light that up. Wow.
There they go.
Phase.
Blake Cousins here at Third Phase Moon with breaking news. Ed is in contact with us right now. He's just shared incredible video of what looks to be a star ship, a beam ship of some sort, shooting vertically in the night sky. Ed's with us right now. His videos are going viral. The people have shared his videos, asking the big questions. They're all over the internet. Ed's footage over the past couple months have been so, exciting in the UFO world right now. People are amazed. And tell me, what's the circumstance behind this video? And welcome back to Third Phase.
Yeah, Blake, thanks for having me back. This was shot in 1987, right after I was getting off the ship. It was my first time on the ship with Voss.
Okay, Ed, explain, let's backpedal a little bit, because I want to concentrate on this video that we're looking at, and we're zooming in, we're analyzing these photos, and we're not seeing any thing that could say that this is a hoax of any kind. Ed, let me ask you right now, is this a hoax? Because people just want to know this straight up, and we'll move along.
There they go. No, this is authentic footage that I shot after being on the ship for the first time. It delivered me back within feet of my truck. I went back to my truck, grabbed my camera, and I had to backpedal to get some footage before it left.
All right, Ed, we got to get these questions, the hardcore ones, out of the way first. Now let's get into detail. This incredible video we're looking at, we're going to share it to the world. Everybody's going to make up their own mind and decide what's going on here. Okay, Ed, so you were aboard the ship. This video right now is as they were taking off and leaving, and you say you were backpedaling, getting the shot. What happened before this on board this ship?
Blake, this was my first time on the ship, and I had seen this ship many times. I think I've sent you other video footage of the ship that I ended up going on with, and the contact I had identified himself as Voss through telepathic communication. There was no voice. And this was my first time on the ship. And right after I got delivered back through this same beam of light that you see the ship departing with, I was able to get back to my truck and shoot this footage.
we're looking at this footage. You know, it takes off right behind the tree. What's the size of this craft?
The ship was about the size of a small house. It was probably about 80 feet to 120 feet in length, and the height of it was maybe 2/3 of that. But the beam of light, the light coming off this, is something that the video captured, but it was different in person.
Did this make any sound? It seems like it's almost a rocket booster, a thrust of some sort, rocket engineered.
No sound at all, Blake. It didn't make any sound. There was no sound at all, Blake.
You know, we're talking right before you shared this video, that you're saying that this isn't you have somebody in your family that...
I mentioned that my uncle was a lieutenant in the Air Force during World War II. He was the one that I first saw an unidentified flying object with. It happened when I was a young boy, and it happened more than once, but it happened with my uncle. And after my uncle died at a young age, he was only 66 when he died, I continued to have these visitations, and I continue to have them today. I think the only reason why I have ever had contacts with UFOs and extraterrestrial intelligence is because of my uncle. And it makes me think of Voss, because it's the same kind of telepathic communication that happened with my uncle and I. There were a lot of things left unsaid, but that were clearly understood.
And a few days ago, we posted this incredible video of a classic metallic flying saucer, and you know, it doesn't get much better than this. I didn't get your comments of what the circumstance behind that was, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the video. You see apparitions flying by. It almost looks like something's jettisoning out of the UFO. What was going on in this shot right here?
Yeah, Blake, I just dug these up, and this was a great discovery to make again. This came in about 1986. It might have been as early as 1984. There's two of these here, and they're different. They look similar, but they're actually different craft. But they are in the same area of the country. I was in South Carolina at that time, and you know, I spoke of my uncle in my introduction to these craft through him. That was my first experience, and this is experience that I had before. And what I'm coming up with is some interesting stuff, but as I told you the first time we spoke, this is a part of my life, but it's not the only part of my life. And I know I carried a camera on that ship, but I also know that there's a different force of energy working there. So I'll look in my archives and see what I might be able to discover for you. But it's a different environment, one where our alternating current is not functioning. I'll see what I can come up with. As I find this is enjoyable for me. I'm having a good time looking at these old archives and digging the stuff up. And as I said before, this is just a part of my life, like there's another part of my life. You know, when I first experienced the UFO with my uncle, it was not long after Neil Armstrong had first walked on the moon. And, you know, this just seemed normal to me when I had this experience with my uncle. But what's happened since that time has been very slow. And that's okay, because this is just another part of my life. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, we all heard last week about ex-President Clinton coming on the news and saying, you know, the aliens are coming. I mean, this is common knowledge. The aliens are already here.
How does that make you feel, that, you know, these ETs are making contact with you, and the you know, presidents of the United States can't even prove that ET exists, and, you know, Area 51 once held the bodies crashed from Roswell, and, you know, they have the alien technology, and presidents can't even be involved with that, and you're making contact with them.
Well, Blake, at the risk of sounding arrogant, I'll just tell you, I've had these experiences, maybe we're counting 60 experiences I've had, visitations, being on alien craft, seeing these objects, communicating with Voss, my history. So I don't look at it in terms of the way other skeptics might look. And I truly believe that this is much bigger than any Area 51 or whatever happened with the president. This is much bigger than that kind of detail. They brought me on the ship with Voss, escorting me into another room where they presented to me an image that I saw. I can only describe it as being a hologram, where this image was floating in free space, and this image was me, and it was who I was. That's what they were communicating to me telepathically. They were saying to me that this is you, and this definition of me through this hologram image that was like a DNA chain, a mathematical formula of my genotype, and what they were communicating to me was that this was in compliance of what they wanted to be. This was welcoming to them. This was friendly to them. This was what they wanted, and this was positive, and they were almost congratulating me for who I was.
We want the details, Ed, and these photos and videos that you continuously submit. We're looking forward to you keep digging into your archives and sharing what it is. You have Super 8s. You need help to recover some film. We'd love to do that. Ed, thanks again for joining us at Third Phase Moon. You keep in touch.
It's my pleasure, Blake. I appreciate Third Phase of Moon and your forum for me to share my archives with, and I'll keep looking to see what I have. Maybe I have something that you're interested in, and we can share with other people. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. And wow, we just wanted to do it like we do it at Third Phase of Moon. Share it in real time, liquid information. It's like a faucet of water, continuously streaming live to the people around the world. Everybody keep your eyes on the skies. And if you've captured anything amazing in regards to the UFO phenomenon, submit it to Third Phase via Skype or Facebook. My name's Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.
There they go. There they go. That's it. See you, boss.
By popular demand, we are pleased to announce the Third Phase of Moon album is finally featured on iTunes. With all your favorite songs and themes you hear on the top UFO channel on YouTube, Third Phase of Moon. Out of This World soundtracks composed by master artist Paul Barrett. With 12 remastered and extended cuts to enjoy. Download them now, exclusive on iTunes. Click the link in the description below. Now listen for yourself, heard by millions around the world, Paul Barrett's album, Third Phase of Moon.
Phase of the Moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name's Blake Cousins, and in this week's episode, we're going over 2 incredible videos submitted to us right here at Third Phase. Now let's get to it. Now for our first video, shot from Austin, Texas by Jason, who describes this incredible object as a sight to behold. Notice the light blinking underneath the craft. This isn't no FAA regulated lights. What is this object?
There it goes behind them trees. at that. No way a UFO would need landing lights. I wish this thing would focus in a little better. There he goes behind the trees. Oh.
Unidentified flying object.
It's going into that light. Hard to see. Still see it going behind them trees. It's right over downtown Austin, Texas.
Unidentified flying object.
And I can't see it anymore. Still see it on film though. It's gone though, I can't see it at all. Look at how it lights up right there. What do you think that could be?
We want to thank Jason all the way from Austin, Texas for submitting his incredible video to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Now for our second video, we received a call from Amanda all the way from Michigan while we're live on the radio show, and she submitted this incredible film. Take a look at it.
Unidentified flying object.
When I first received the video, I didn't notice and realize what Amanda was explaining to me on the radio was that there was a massive skyscraper-sized UFO, triangular in shape, hovering over this mansion. Could this be a TR-3B, a reverse-engineered alien military aircraft? You decide.
Unidentified flying object. 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 Unidentified Unidentified flying object.
I'm recording now, because what I thought I was taking a video before, and I think I am right now, but yeah, I think I am. It's right above me. It's hard to tell how high it is. No. I'll show you the video, because right now I am taking a video. Oh my god, it's gonna be on the news. It has to be. Somebody else has to be seeing this. I'm in Novi, like in my brother's neighborhood. It's weird because, yeah. Let me get another. I wish you were here. You would be freaking out. Yeah, I'm taking good footage now because there's a perspective, like there's a house in perspective, and now it's kind of going far away now. Oh, it's kind of leaving. It's going east. Oh my, they have to know I'm here. Oh my god. I'm seeing my first UFO. Like, no, 100%. There's no way, unless somebody has a remote controlled thing, which there's no, because I still see it. It's like, oh my god.
What are these strange lights appearing over the planet Earth? Have your cameras ready because we're standing by right here at Third Phase of Moon. Submit them to us via Skype or Facebook. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time.
By popular demand, we are pleased to announce the Third Phase of Moon album is finally featured on iTunes. With all your favorite songs and themes you hear on the top UFO channel on YouTube, Third Phase of Moon. Out of This World soundtracks composed by master artist Paul Barrett. With 12 remastered and extended cuts to enjoy. Download them now, exclusive on iTunes. Click the link in the description below. Now listen for yourself, heard by millions around the world, Paul Barrett's album, Third Phase of Moon.
And building from reverse Elling technology. It's something incredible, something that needs to be investigated. We're looking for people that are on the inside of DARPA. There's only 240 employees. What's the turnover rate over there? Somebody has had to have been fired from there or want to speak out. We're looking for DARPA employees that want to talk and share what's going on over there, because something's going on. These aircraft are something straight out of a Star Trek movie, but they don't look like UFOs. UFOs and these other videos that we get right here at Third Phase Moon, they're unconventional. DARPA keeps it conventional, but still there's that edge. Is anybody on the, what do you think about
I've
that?
actually worked on a few DARPA projects, and usually they're cutting edge. So the stuff that I was doing was semiconductor stuff. Typically, always trying to push the envelope, and that's typical with DARPA projects. Is they're always trying to push the envelope of whatever particular technology. So
DARPA, I think what they're doing is reverse engineering. Obviously, I think it's a given. Obviously, we've had craft since at least 1936. Hitler had. We've had them since 1940.
Okay. Now this is about almost, I'd say 60% incline right there, and we just hurdled it. Now look at this. We're in four-wheel drive lockdown in our Wrangler, and it's pretty much handling it quite well. Everybody, thanks for joining us here at Third Phase of Moon, and if it wasn't for you watching the skies, submitting your incredible videos, wow, we wouldn't be here like I was just saying earlier. Everybody, take care. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time.
This is Blake Cousins, founder of Third Phase of Moon. Welcome to the show, Blake.
Hey, thanks, Dr. J. Great roundtable tonight. I wanted to get to, we're working on something special, something incredible. It's DARPA. What's DARPA up to? We at Third Phase of Moon want to find out what's going on at the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. DARPA is up to something big. They've been doing this since 1958. Their headquarters are in Arlington, Virginia, and they have 240 employees, and they have $1 billion budget. These aircraft that DARPA's using.
Industrial area by Jimmy's Radiator. Me and my friend were just noticing how much helicopters been flying around lately. And it was about 6 in the evening, and all of a sudden we seen this flash of light just go down in the horizon really fast, and it just shot up straight up in the air and it disappeared. For the longest time, I've been a skeptic on UFOs and stuff, but you know, I believe there is something out there that's just watching us as somebody smarter, more intelligent than us, just hoping that we don't mess things up, plain and simple.
Now let's go over this video that we found on Facebook via our friends. We found it very intriguing right here at Third Phase of Moon. We believe you'll find it intriguing as well.
The mystery behind Ed continues. Broad daylight footage shot on VHS in the 1990s. Take a look.
We wanted to thank everybody from around the world who submits their incredible videos to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be who we are, the world's largest YouTube channel in regards to the UFO phenomenon. So if you capture anything amazing, submit it to us via Skype, Facebook, Twitter, and we'll be checking out your incredible videos. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time. All right, we're here going up the world's steepest road in the United States of America, and let me tell you, it's a hairball situation. I'm gonna put it into third gear and we're gonna take this all the way. Like I said, world's steepest road in the state of the United States of America. Here we go, let's gun it. Everybody hang on now.
Third Phase of Moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name's Blake Cousins, and we're here in Waipio Valley, otherwise known as the Valley of the Kings. We're going over incredible videos submitted to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Let's get to it right now.
The Ciola Winter YouTube channel submitted this incredible video from the International Space Station. We sped this video up, it's 7 minutes, but we cut it down to a minute. You decide, what is this object tracking and stalking the International Space Station? You decide.
While earlier this month shooting on the Big Island of Hawaii, a local native came up to us and wanted to share his incredible UFO story. So we did an impromptu video. Here it is.
Name is Dante Del Rosario. Born and raised in Kuli'o'o Valley, Honolulu, Hawaii. First sighting in Hilo, right there in the